welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Now, I mentioned in my last video, which was like favourites, everything I've been loving at the moment, a tan that I am just crazy for now, and it's the Bondi Sands, the Aero 1 Hour Express. I asked if you guys wanted to see like a little tutorial on it, and the answer was yes, so here it is. Now, I actually tanned yesterday, so I filmed myself doing it all so that I can show you like step by step how I did it. I really like this. It's nice for a summer tan because it's that bit deeper, probably washing the colour out a little bit with the ring light, but in real life it's this real deep sort of golden colour, which is perfect for my skin tone. I've always been a bit afraid of the mousse ones. I always think they can go like horribly wrong. So the one that I normally used to use was the Bondi Sands, the Dry Oil Mist. This is a bit more foolproof, especially if you're a beginner. As long as you blend, you can't really go wrong with this. And this one's perfect if you've got to be out the door. So if you want to like tan and then put your normal clothes on and go about your day and let it develop throughout the day, this one's perfect. This one, dedicate an evening or a day when you're not going anywhere and like wear loose clothes. It's that kind of tan, but the colour payoff is fantastic. So let's get into a bit more, because the key is prep, which I've learned over the years. So let's talk a bit about the things that I do to prep my skin ready for tan. So the day before I know I'm going to tan, I always do two things. When I'm in the shower, I always exfoliate my skin. So just getting rid of any sort of dead skin or old tan that you might have lingering around, just so that you've got a really nice base. So I use one of these like exfoliating mitts. I think these were from Primark, but you can get them everywhere. Or just like a loofah, whatever it is that you use, and just go all over your skin, especially the bits that normally get dry, so like wrists, knees, feet, that kind of thing. And yeah, just give your skin a good scrub so you've got a good base to start with. And also shaving or hair removal, however you remove it, you want to be doing that sort of like the day or two before you tan. That's why people get those like little orange like dots on their legs. It's because they're like shaving and then tanning. So if you want to avoid that, do it a day or two before. And then the day that you're tanning, have a shower, obviously, so you're totally clean. There's no like deodorant or anything on your skin. Strip yourself of all your rings, bracelets, necklaces, etc. And then you need to moisturise. Not all over, just the bits where you normally get dry, which is where the tan would cling to. So I always do my wrists. I do my hands, because these bits of your hands can get quite dry and then the tan sort of sits in it, doesn't look good. Elbows, of course, sometimes here as well you can get a bit dry. Knees, you know, the normal places where you get a bit dry. Whack a bit of moisturiser on. I just use this Aveeno one, but whatever moisturiser you've got will work. Okay, so I'm going to cut to the clips of me tanning yesterday, so just show you sort of what kind of amount I'm using in what places. Okay, so I always start off by doing my arms. I mean, obviously, normally I wouldn't wear clothes while I'm doing this, but obviously had to put them on for the purposes of the video. So I'll show you as best as I can. But I've just took quite a large pump for my arm onto the mitt. Any mitt will do, really. This is just an old one that I've got. I do prefer a black mitt though, because obviously you can't see the tan that's on there then, so they don't look as horrible when they've been used a little bit. And then just begin working it into my arm in circular motions. I tend to avoid the elbows until there's less product on, just so that you don't get the dark patch on them then. And then just keep working it up and down the arm. And then when there's less on, I go on to the hands. Now, don't forget with your hands to go in between your fingers and to bend your knuckles so that you get tan in the sort of lines in your knuckles, because I have made that mistake before, and it does not look good. So yeah, just going all over, making sure every bit's covered. And then I do tend to go in with a little extra pump over the arm, and then that's that one arm done. Then moving on to the chest, so I take quite a generous pump here and work it all the way up my neck. I don't tan my face because I use tanning drops in my moisturiser, I just prefer that, but you can do with this tan. And then do my stomach as well, which is usually a good pump as well, and then my back as best as I can. Obviously, if somebody's there with you, you could always ask them to help. And then onto the legs. So I use a pump for the top and a pump for the bottom. Again, with the knees, tend to wait until there's less product on before going over my knees. And then with the feet, just make sure to take care around the sides of your feet, not to miss any bits. And also make sure you go in between your toes. And then I'll show you a clip of one leg done and one leg not. Now, once that was all on my skin, what I then did was put some really loose fitting clothing on. I didn't wear my watch or anything that might sort of rub against it, didn't wear a bra or anything, just something like a nice loose t-shirt and shorts I had on, and then just go about your day. Like I said, this is kind of the tan that you want to do like in an evening or on a day when you haven't got to go anywhere, because I feel with this tan as opposed to this one, if you put like a watch on it or something while it's developing, I feel like it could sort of rub at it and then you'll get some strange marks, so we don't want that. So it's definitely a sort of, you know, staying in the house kind of tan as opposed to the other one, but it's worth it for the colour. It's really, really good. And now I left mine on. It says on the can, actually, it says 30 minutes is like a light to medium colour, an hour is dark, and 2 to 3 hours is the darkest. I actually probably had mine on for about 6 hours. I didn't go crazy colour, so don't worry about that. I like to leave it as long as possible. And then you just shower it off. And then to make your tan last longer, I find moisturising is the key. So every day when you get out of the shower, pat your skin dry. Don't rub it because that's rubbing the tan. Pat your skin dry and then slather yourself with moisturiser, and you'll find that your tan lasts longer. So this is me just out the shower, just patted my skin down, and as you can see, there's no horrible marks around my wrists or anywhere, or any streaks anywhere. It's turned out really nice and even. And that is how I tan. So as you can see, pretty easy. As long as you put the prep work in, moisturise, and then just keep blending, 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 it turns out really nice and even. It typically lasts me around a week. You could also, if you wanted to, in the sort of the middle of the week, if it was starting to fade a little bit, put a layer of this on, because like I said, you can just put your normal clothes over this one and carry on with your day. It dries really, really quickly. But yeah, I typically do that once a week, and I really like the lasting effect. And when it wears off really evenly as well. I've tried with tans in the past and they've kind of gone really patchy as they've been going through the week, but it fades really, really nice and gentle and subtly, so I'm super chuffed. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did like the video, then please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.